In this video, we're going to take you through creating a new file using the detailed setup. So there was another video on Express setup, but we'd like to show you both options. So once you open QuickBooks for the first time, you're going to see this No Company Open window. That's because we haven't created our company file yet. So we're going to come down here to create a new company. You can also come up here and select New Company, but this is just a little easier. So create a new company. We're going to bypass the Express start, okay, and we're going to go through the detailed start here. Notice that there are other options. I can create a company file based on an existing QuickBooks file. Okay, it moves some of the lists over for us. I can also convert data from Quicken or other accounting software. Okay, so they've got some different accounting software that you can convert over to QuickBooks. They're kind of older software, so not very many people use that. Okay, I'm going to go through the detailed start. And notice that it takes me to this easy step interview. So I'm going to say company name. Okay, if I have a different legal name than my company name, I can put that in here. My tax ID number. Again, notice that the red asterisks are the only things that you have to put in. If you don't have your tax ID number available, we can enter it later. Okay, there's different videos on how to change your business information in the future, so you don't have to get stressed out about it now. I'm going to put in here 123 ABC Street, Austin, Texas 78738. Phone number, fax number, email address, website. This is all stuff so you can put it on your forms, right? On your invoices, you want it to show up, or phone number, fax number, perhaps on your 1099s, things like that. So again, we can put it in later. All right. So then I can say next. Now I'm going to select my industry. So I'm going to choose a different one. We're going to check construction and trades, and then next. Okay. Now I'm going to choose my business organization type. So again, if I choose a sole proprietor, what it's going to give me is the options when I link my chart of accounts to my tax return. The line linking there will be filling in a 1040 versus if I chose an S corporation, it would fill in an 1120S, right? Because that's the form I file as an S corporation. If you have questions on this, make sure and contact us. We can help you figure out which one. So I'm going to go ahead and say S Corp. Okay, you're going to choose when your fiscal year starts. Most people start in January, right? If you run on a calendar year. But if you, for example, sometimes a lot of schools, they will start in September because that's like the start of the school year. So that might be their start of the fiscal year. Again, if you have questions, contact us, contact your CPA. We can set up the admin password here. So I'm just going to put in 123 for this one. Okay, the admin password is very important. You want to make sure that only people who should have admin rights have that password. Okay, and then we're going to go in and create the company file. We're going to decide where we want it saved, right? So it's going to default to see users public documents into a QuickBooks company files. I can save it there. If you want to save it on a server as an example, or if you have access to a map network drive, you can save it there as well. So I'm just going to keep it here. Okie doke. And we'll give it a second to create the file. Okay, and now it's going to take us through some customizations. Now, doing this in this detailed interview, all of these things you can do in your preferences, right? So again, if you skip it, miss it, don't get stressed out. You can always fix it when we get into preferences. So first it's asking, what do you sell? Services, products, or both? Okay. An example of a service company, a bookkeeping company, right? We provide services to our clients. A HVAC company, perhaps, right? If they go out and they fix air conditioners only, but they don't really carry products on hand. Maybe they have to run to Home Depot and get something to fix the AC unit, but they don't maintain inventory, as an example. Products only, this is somebody like a distributor, people who do maintain inventory. right? I hold something on my shelf and then I'm going to sell it to my customers, and I need to know how many I have on my shelf at any given time. Then we also have both services and products. So it would be a good example of that. Going back to the HVAC company, I do service air conditioners, but I also sell air conditioners, right? So I maintain an inventory of air conditioners, but I also go out and help my clients to make sure their air conditioners are functioning well. I'm in Texas, obviously, so you can tell air conditioners is a big focus. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't choose one. I'm going to do services only. Okay, it says, do you charge sales tax, yes or no? Again, we can always fix this in the future. If I say yes, then I'm going to say, do I create estimates for my clients? Estimates are non-posting transactions. It's just giving your client a quote. I'm just going to leave it as yes. Do I use statements to send to my clients, right? Am I going to send them a monthly statement on account? I'm going to say no for this one. Do I do progress invoicing? Okay, so what that means is I have an estimate in the system or a quote out to my customer, let's say for a air conditioner installation in a new area of their home, as an example. So first we have to go out and build out, right? Maybe tear down some walls or stuff like that, move some carpeting. Then I have to put in the structure where the AC unit is going to be there, and then I'm going to actually put the AC unit in, right? So it could be several stages, and during those different stages I could have different deliverables, and I charge the client at that time. So when we do the removal of the flooring and the tear down of the walls, after that's completed, I'm going to charge you $100 for that, or $1,000 or whatever it is. That's a progress invoice. I'm billing you midway through the project. Okay. Do I have bills that I want to keep track of? Yes or no? Most likely yes. Do I track time inside of QuickBooks? Okay, again, leaving that on as yes. Do I have employees? Yes, we have employees, W-2 and 1099, or no, I don't have employees at all. Okay, now we're going to go through the chart of accounts. So you can choose your start date in QuickBooks. This does not mean that you can't post things prior to this date. It's just a helpful date. Okay, so I'm just going to say use the beginning of this fiscal year. All right, now it's going to give me a recommended chart of accounts. Again, we can always add to it later. So if you just want to bypass this, that's fine. If you want to look through it and make sure that everything looks appropriate, you know, oh wait, we are going to have advertising. We need to get customers somehow. We will have some dues and subscriptions, right? We're going to be paying for Salesforce or another CRM, and we will have health insurance, right? So you can add to it here, but again, we can always add to it later once we're in the file. Then we get the big congratulations. We've finished the easy step interview to create our detailed setup of our company file. Okay. This is a third-party application, so you guys most likely won't have that pop up. And then we're in QuickBooks, and we can start using the file to put in all of our business details.